It's Miss Lene. Your face looks a bit redder than yesterday. Did you catch a cold? Thanks for worrying. I went out for a bit. It was chillier outside than I thought. I guess I should have worn a coat. Anyway, it's been a while since we've seen each other this often. Did the matter from last time go well? I actually came to talk to you about that. We went through all the necessary procedures, but it's unclear if I'll be disciplined. It's out of my hands. But I'm hopeful about the project's future. Remember the Nepo hire who was management's trump card? He changed his mind, decided to help finish our project. And his ability is amazing. So we might succeed in malfunctioning a safe drug within this month. That's amazing. And did that person get struck by lightning or something? Subtly helping you, Lene. After meeting you yesterday, I sincerely apologized to him. And I asked him that this project is my dream. And that if not now, I might never be able to attempt it in my life. Do you know what he said then? He asked why didn't I say so earlier. He had been seeing us being he had been seeing us as being in cahoots with management all this time. Does that make sense? Ending the project earlier according to the management's opinion was his job. Someone who doesn't give a single bit of attention if it's not his interests, because he's that kind of person. He still doesn't remember a single name of the people in the company. That's serious. It turns out he's got into a huge debt distracted by his own research. And it seems that the pharmaceutical company recruited him with research funding as bait. Essentially, he could be seen as similar to you, Lene, since he's a person chasing dreams. I don't want to admit it, that annoying attitude is still the same. It sometimes feels like working with a super intelligent orangutan. But it's right to admit that what needs to be admitted. That's cool. I wanted to hear you say that. You're cool. Good. More. You're cool, Lene. Lene sighed with satisfaction and stared at me intently. Now tell me your story. Me? My job is just to listen to stories. Because you keep dodging it like that. Even though I visit so often, I know nothing about you. Actually, wait. There we go. That might be why I'm curious. Or maybe. Alright. And since we've been talking about dreams so far, I'll talk about that. Talking about mysterious medicine you take whenever you can is also fine. I'm very interested in that too. Sorry to disappoint you, but that medicine is supplement sent by my parents. I haven't been taking it because I felt uneasy after our last conversation. What a boring answer. I thought it would be a greater secret. If you don't mind, you can check it yourself. Since I'm not taking it right now, wouldn't it be good to check it at the lab? If the ingredients are clarified, I can take it with peace of mind. Leave it to me. Lene snatched the pills and tucked it in her bosom. Lene's clothes probably have plenty of pockets, yes. So, are you going to get an inspection? I will, but before that, it's a rare opportunity. Let's talk a bit more. How about it? Okay. Lene grinned, adjustedly sitting her posture. As if expressing interest, her face came twice as close, and burdensome smile greeted me. A burdensome, I think. I have a sister named Michelle. We were inseparable when we were young, and still contact each other every day. Oh, you don't need to write it. You don't need to write it down. No, continue. When she was young, Michelle kept telling me she wanted to become an Eve. Because parts can be changed at any time, and they have many strengths compared to humans, considering the long conflict between Eves and humans, I don't know how childish Michelle was back then. Sister-in-law, it positive about Eve. What did you say? Nothing. Keep going. Okay. For some point, I've wanted to make Michelle's dream come true. From some point, I didn't have clear memory, memory. Maybe I wanted to be a good brother, or maybe it was a goal I had on the side since my major overlapped. Time passed, and I got all the technical clarifications related to Eve. And naturally, it became more comfortable for me to communicate with Eve than people. My sister left for the other side of the world, and the dream of becoming Eve has long been forgotten. It felt like I felt it last time too, but you cherish your sister more than I thought, don't you? I do cherish her. You do? Siblings I know are basically in a relationship where they try to kill each other if there are no laws. You are a severe case among severe cases. Could be. I talk to Michelle every day, and I got this job because of Michelle. Sorting it out one by one, it's embarrassing to deny it. Habitually, areas can be hard to perceive. Anyway, it's surprising. I never thought there would be someone you're that attached to. Attachment to my sister. Actually, the level of attachment is... Are you getting a maintenance today? Huh? Suddenly? I don't really need to, but there's no need to refuse either. Gently, please. Leave it to me. Inspection for the spare unit. Change the subject. 40 moves. Keep forgetting that's her spot. Okay. Alright, 2 regular red ones. Boom. Both of them. No, just one. Fuck. Yes, like that. Keep going. Anyways. Yeah. Things have been normal. I'm not saying that. Things have been pretty normal. Almost back to the way they were in a way. Especially being able to talk to a friend. Well, 2 friends of mine who I haven't had the courage to actually speak up. But, yeah. Hopefully things can go back. Hopefully, but who knows. Work is also getting hectic, especially for the fact that now they want people to show up. A customer who came earlier said this, that a terrorist called Cinderella is going around smashing corporate executives' heads with the glass slipper. I saw it on the news. The heel pierced clearly through the frontal lobe. People think it's some kind of artistic judgment. But to me, it's just an obsession of terrible pervert psycho. But who cares? Thanks to that pervert, the company executives got scared and didn't come to work today. I'd even want to give him an achievement award. Apparently, new shipment and stuff is coming in, and it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get crazy later. That they decide to do a thing where if people show up for 2 weeks straight without missing a day, they get shoes for free. Have you been to my new synthetic whiskey bar nearby? Oh, have you been to the new synthetic whiskey bar nearby? The reviews are quite extreme. I have. The first taste was like disinfectant, and the aftertaste smelled like rusty rebar. It was a very honest taste of the slums. Is that a compliment? At least that cheap bar doesn't pretend to be luxury. Even the 300 liquor sold in sophisticated lounges in the city center is just a synthetic concentration from the same factory mixed with flavoring. These days, I care more about who tricks me less than the taste. But yeah, they want. I guess you could say it's a carrot that they're dangling for people to come and get. Which, oh, shit, who knows if it'll work? I don't know. I mean, I'll still try, but they're on my ass about being late and stuff. Even though I am like a minute late or so, but it's not. I mean, I try. It's just I have a bad habit of coming in late. I get distracted pretty easily. Aww. I guess it does. Okay. I was trying to figure out like if it mattered which symbol went to which place, but I guess not. Yeah, like I have a bad habit of like coming in late at the very last second. Maintenance ends here. Actually, rather than maintenance, it was more like replacing perfect fine parts and dusting off a bit. Not necessarily. Your maintenance today felt unusually rushed. Was it uncomfortable? I'm sorry. No, rather, the usual rough touch was a different kind of stimulation. Thanks to that, I felt that the stress accumulated from being pushed around lately was relieved. To the point where I almost lost my mind. Oh boy. I'll take that as a compliment. While I was organizing the equipment, Leanne had entered story mode again and was waiting for me. My plan to distract her with maintenance seemed to have failed. I've made the payment. And a piece of information as a tip. What is it? This year's Polar Night Day will be the biggest event ever, celebrating the 80th anniversary of Chroma City. They are secretly preparing an event for a huge scale. More than now, the original scale was already huge. Right. Besides, the power consumed by chromatic zenith was already borderline, but I heard it's going to be 3 times bigger this time. Where are they going to handle that much power from? They plan to cut it off power to the outskirts? No. Most citizens will be at the venue or sleeping anyway, so they judge it won't be a big issue. If it becomes controversial, they can just say it was a blackout. It's rational but cruel. What are people like me supposed to do? It might be good to try changing your constitution. Wake up with your dormant extroversion and walk the night streets watching the festival's night view. The city with lights out is as quiet as your shop, and you don't have to worry about sweating in the crowd. Walking alone in the streets is scary. Both stability officers and terrorists are scary. If you're scared, maybe I could go with you. Well, if it's not me, then even if it's not me, there are options of walking with your sister. Unfortunately, Michelle isn't coming. You mean she's not coming to Chroma City for Polar Night? Leaving her brother whom she's attached to behind? Or does she live that far away? First off, we don't have an attachment relationship. Since Michelle and I have a lot in common, she might not be interested in Polar Night just like me. As for where she lives, I don't know. It's probably been 2 years since we talked about such trivial things. We're mostly busy teasing each other. Is that so? And about walking with you, Leanne, I'll consider my schedule. An acquaintance asked me to have a meal. If that's around dinner time, it might be difficult. Oh boy. Okay. And you have skill. Look at your face. I'm not angry. I just have something to check. I'll be going now. See you later. I told you I'm not angry. Thinking about the walk. Think about the walk and contact me. I'll be waiting. It took a lot of courage. Dan hurried away as if she was in a rush. She didn't receive any calls during our conversation, so did she suddenly remember a forgotten schedule? No, you fucking idiot. Her serious attitude bothered me. but the onrushing fatigue began to take away my mind even faster. I should close up the shop earlier than usual today. That supplement, the effect was amazing. To catch even the slightest noise at the nerve endings, your obsession thoroughness is quite sexy. No. What? Perfect repair too. I did 28 40 moves. Ugh. Also, you're a fucking idiot. She's hitting on you. Yeah. I would have thought the same thing as a fucking idiot. Pretty short too, so I don't mind doing more. Hold up. Full night today, 5 days without great night. Yeah. This seems to be the most tired morning I've ever had lately. And I think I had a strange dream yesterday, but I can't remember it at all. Is this all because I didn't take my supplement? My body doesn't feel too good either. In my experience, focusing on something unusual helps. Focusing on something usually helps at times like this. Let's open up for business for now. So, Cinderella is active at the righteous phantom thief. Yeah, after a customer told me yesterday, I got curious and looked it up. And some people will treat them as a hero. And that hero goes around smashing public authority with high heels? I didn't believe it at first either, but after seeing videos on social media, I changed my mind. High heels can be a scarier weapon than I thought. Really? Why not say they appeared riding a pumpkin carriage? Actually, they say they sometimes appear riding a hover bike covered with orange bulletproof glass. What a spectacle. In a place swarming with Cinderella fetish psychopaths, people who support them, I'm sometimes amazed that you could stay sane and live there, Chris. Sane? I do need to live straight starting today. Why, is there a problem? Because the city enters complete polar night starting today. Complete polar night? Isn't that place always night anyway? It is dark all day, but it's not night for 24 hours. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. Also, I am. What is it? Almost 5. And my body feels fucking light and trippy that I could pass out at any moment. Chroma City has 2 types of nights. The general considered night and the gray night where the sun is up but it's dark. You mean it's dark even during the day? Yeah, when this place used to be an industrial city, the pollution was terrible. And the smog and fine dust from that time accumulated into the stratosphere and created a pollution layer. Fuck. That blocks all sunlight, so it's dark even during the day. It's just slightly brighter than night as the light scatters minutely. To be exact, it should be seen as night with slightly increased brightness. We call that gray night, huh? It certainly is a crappy neighborhood. Whew. Oh boy. As I said yesterday, that's the charm of the city. But for this period, I have to admit it's crappy. What's gotten into you? You usually would rather off on the proms of Chroma City. I'm a bit tired today. I feel like just resting. That's a shame. I'll contact you again tomorrow. Okay, see you tomorrow. Sleeping tiredly and waking up tired. They say parents are never wrong. I never imagined the supplement they told me to live on would be this effective. If psychological depression and a few diseases overlap, I'll definitely become a zombie. I somewhat understand why there are so many zombies on the streets. Headache, chronic fatigue, dizziness, and a bit of anxiety. It's the perfect trial to experience the importance of health firsthand. Human bodies are like Eve. So if there is a failure in the hardware, it affects the software, the mind. Of course, the reverse is also true. Like in the incident where someone froze to death solely due to psychological factors. in a non-functioning freezer. What the fuck? Or cases where actual illnesses were cured by taking ineffective medicine. A healthy mind in a healthy body. Since physical health is gone, maybe it's time to take care of a healthy mind. If they affect each other, complaining of fatigue and groaning would be the direct train to the worst. To train the worst with body and mind working together. Rather than working together today quietly. Hello? Oh my god, Orca, what happened? I got hit by some small collapsing debris. I could have avoided it normally. I guess I was tired from frequent deployments lately. It's not a matter of fatigue. Come in quickly. The fact that the alloy of the interior parts is dented means that if it were stranded, if it was the standard E model, it would have been destroyed without even saving the core. That's so. Rather than that, I want to rest a bit. Usually people die when they say things like that. I'll start with maintenance. Start the maintenance, and then just a little rest. Orca. Shit. Severely injured Orca. 50 moves. I would say she could rest like that, but that'd probably be a bad idea. Boom. All yellow, baby. But yeah. They say that. Oh, perfect. Boom. That was just me moaning for no reason. I'm just tired. Yeah, they want people to be there on time, like clock in at 7, clock in during lunch, and clock in and then clock out for work. Basically getting all the 40 hours, which I could see why they want that, but at the same time it'll be just difficult to do so, I think. I mean, I'm still gonna try regardless, but if they continue to bitch at me about it and I miss a day, because they did say that some of the people there do have exceptions because they've made appointments about potentially being late and stuff, but if they're on my ass about it and I fuck up, fuck it, I don't care anymore. I'm still gonna show up to work, but fuck you for that. Orca, can you hear my voice? Stay conscious. I need to verify if you can hear me. I basically how I feel at the moment. Our condition isn't good. The power unit and some neural units have completely stopped functioning. The exterior alloy is severely deformed and the interior frame is pressing on the core. I need to hurry. Urgent unit replacement is needed from all repairing parts too. Ba bum 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 bum. Boom, baby. Yeah, who knows what's gonna happen? They also did say that shit's gonna get crazy next week, so they want everybody to be there. But it feels like people are already speculating that it could just be a ruse. That the reason why they're having people, having people show up or doing the shoot thing is because they want people there when shit hits the fan with a shipment coming in. I mean, sure, I guess, but I don't know if it'll fucking work. Yeah. God, my body feels light as hell. I know how Orca feels, and I'm tired as fuck too. Hopefully, this should be like the last one I'll do for the night, and then call it, and then maybe play something else tomorrow or continue this. Cold. Orca, are you conscious? No. You can't be pushed back there. Orca, what did you just counterattack now? Ground neck. Magical German suplex. Are you signing Buff Girl Ledge right now? In this situation? blood. So what if I bleed? I have to win. I have to save the kids. O'Hara, let's go. Orko. O'Hara, just a little more. We could save everyone. Orca, I'll make sure you can meet the kids you saved again. I'll save you somehow, I promise. It's a bad idea to play this when I'm super tired as fuck because lo-fi does it for me. Makes me want to pass the fuck out. Fuck. But not yet. Boom, baby. Fortunately, I can put out the urgent fire. I put out. Thanks to rushing, the core output is returning to normal quickly. Phew, now I can relax a bit. Orca, it's so comfortable. Forever like this. Orca, you have to hold on to your consciousness. If you lose consciousness right now, since I'm a buff girl, I have to protect everyone. Get up again and again. Orca has a cute side to this. Orca has a cute side like this too. Orca, you awake? Just a little more. A little more. Is it the core power storage shortage? Wait a minute. The emergency power unit I left here is Chris. Orca, you woke up. I'm sorry. I haven't slept all week since we last met. God damn. I fell sleepy come to a comfortable place. By any chance, did I say anything strange while sleeping? It's just good that you're safe. What's with the subtle answer? How did you get here like that? Normal structural collapse wouldn't even scratch alloy steel easily. Orca looked at me with a frown. You didn't say much. Orca's strong will, and maybe some sleeping talking about buff girl. I said a lot. It seems like you secretly like your name. I mean, it seems you secretly like that your name is the same as the season's buff girl. Orca O'Hara. Stop! It was fun watching Orca's reaction, but I didn't want her to witness the performance of a machine that stays intact even in the collapsed building with my own eyes. Okay, I'll stop. Anyway, what really happened? The dent exterior parts classified as heavy equipment. Do you know the group called Morning Glory? The terrorists? One of the main reasons I'm scared to walk the streets at night. Morning Glory is an anti-governmental terrorist group. The goal is to mobilize a crowd using property and deprivation. Yeah, and give satisfaction by openly trampling on public authority. They have been using they are also causing social problems in Chroma City. They claim to be the outlet of anger. Yes, they've increased slightly and significantly lately. Cinderella, Morning Glory, and Eve, I know, is also a fan of Cinderella. To be exact, was a fan would be correct. Morning Glory is worse than Cinderella. Cinderella only commits bizarre crimes, but Morning Glory, they use a tool as a tool for agitation. Fuck, I'm tired as hell. If they push a little saying it's because of that guy, regarding the anger accumulated over life. The oppressed crowd turns into a terrifying mob. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Just as the Morning Glory rated the stability offer of Officer fucking hell, I'm tired. Just as the Morning Glory raided the Stability Office Training Center. It was a place that also functioned as an orphanage. It's that facility with many conspiracy theories? Yes, they say that they cultivate perfect government henchmen through thorough ideology education from a young age. It is also true for children who wish to become stability officers. Anyway, Morning Glory also attacked the training center using that controversy as an excuse, and even used military explosives they got from somewhere. I was evacuating the kids and confronting the crowd, but collapsed rebar fell on me and protesters. I want to stop listening to her. Here, I wanted to stop listening here. That's terrible. I can understand. The rest of the story is just obvious tragedy that has been Chroma City and Morning Glory. Only the crowd and mediators die and get hurt in Only the crowd and mediators die and get hurt in that conflict. The main instigators hide behind and just blabber. If they want to fight so much, they should set up a ring and fight with martial arts. The ratings would be good too. Wouldn't combat power become a qualification for politicians then? Anyway, I thought you were a very calm person, Chris. They have been reacting intensely. But you're reacting intensely to the story. God, I'm tired as fuck. Please be close to the end. Do I? Yes. When we first met, I thought you were a bit cold and had business-like sharpness. Even about the Polar Day incident, you gave cool-headed remarks with objectivity. What did I say? I don't remember well. I really don't. Before you said excluding budget and compensation, only patients remain in Chromas. I thought about it. Stopping the show alone causes suffering to a huge number of workers and causes economic damage. It also disappoints the public waiting for the festival. It was the story that made me realize that although it's a harsh decision, there's a reason. Usually I only meet people who were outraged at either the protesters or Chroma City. Lately I've been feeling a bit tired. Lately I've been feeling tired a lot. I have, for real. Maybe that's why. If you hadn't come looking like you were dying today, I wouldn't have opened the shop. If so, I'm sorry. For you to rest well quickly. No need for that. It was fun and I felt proud too. Don't overdo it, Chris. Looking at your state today, that seems like something I should be saying. Goodbye, buff girl. Orca trembled her tail and disappeared as if running away. Now that the tension is released, fatigue is rushing in rapidly. Let's rest for a moment. Amazing, my tail, which felt heavy as a block of iron, now feels light as my own body. I feel amazed. Bet you do, but I'm gonna cut it right there. Oh man. This is getting more and more fun to see, like, where it leads off to with some of these characters. I wonder if we also get to pick who we get to go with for Polar Nights Day. Probably, I'd say, depending on what we say, but who knows?